The year is 1896, and territorial New Mexico is still as wild as the frontier. Cowboys and lawlessness abound, as do colorful characters, each writing their own passage into the story of this rugged land.
Enter into this untamed place an Italian immigrant named Giovanni Biavasci, who wanted a way to showcase and sell his wines. His answer was to build a Biavasci Saloon on the southeast corner of the Socorro Plaza in the small town of Socorro. That saloon still stands, only now it's called the Capitol Bar.
But actually, let's back up a minute. We don't know a lot about Biavasci, how he learned about Socorro, or why he really decided to build his bar here. But we do have an idea about why he chose this little corner of the Southwest to make wine. The Socorro area was actually one of the first wine-growing regions in all of America. Spanish missionary Friar Garcia de Zuniga planted the first grapes here in 1630. The fertile soil and the dry climate really helped grape growing develop. By the time Biavasci settled here from Valtellina, Italy, the area surrounding Socorro was well known for its wine growing. And so he built his saloon.
According to records, the place was much different than the dozens of grog shops in town. While the rest were ramshackle and serving local miners, Biavasci Saloon had both a stone-walled cellar and a little later, a reading room. Due to some mysterious business dealing, Biavasci lost his saloon in 1909. That year, it was bought and renamed the Club Bar by local judge Amos Green.
Well, let's talk about when the Judge Amos, right? When the judge was here, he owned it.
Right.
Okay, Judge
Right.
Amos Green, right?
Right.
Okay, and so he actually set up a court
In the back.
He set up a courtroom back
In
there.
the back, yeah.
He was a district judge.
District judge.
Yeah. So this would have been early 1900s. Is that right? So he was trying horse thieves, doing all the regular Wild West stuff, I guess.
I would imagine.
And a jail back there.
And a
too.
jail. Yeah, there was a jail back there.
And a hanging tree somewhere.
That's what the story has. That's what the story is, that there was a hanging tree out in where it's now a parking lot. Yeah.
The building remained a saloon right up until Prohibition, and then it still remained a saloon.
There is a trap door out there, and then we have a trap door over here where there used to be outlook outside for the Prohibition guys, and then they would be at the outlook, and then everybody would go downstairs, and then as they were coming in, as the officers were coming in, then the people would go out the basement doors, the cellar doors, which you'll see outside, wooden doors.
So definitely was a speaker.
Right,
Oh, great.
right, and it was like a little cafe, but it was, you go downstairs, yeah.
The owner of the time, Fred Emilio, was apparently well stocked with a variety of whiskeys that an associate had the foresight of buying before Prohibition took effect.
And this is where they would go out through, as the cops were coming in,
So the
then
cops
they
coming
would,
in,
and they would, yeah, there's a trap door up there, right behind our bar,
Uh-huh.
and then they would come out and go through here.
In 1938, Fred's sons, Willie and Frankie, took over their father's bar and renamed it the Capitol Bar. They were apparently friends with many of the students of the local university, New Mexico Tech, and so the old saloon quickly became a college hangout.
There used to be a professor that would hold classes down there 3 times a week. Story has it that there's a downstairs, if we go downstairs, there's a door that you can go through, and they said they were at one point not doing classes, but digging a tunnel to Tech. That's, like I said, one of the stories, but he did hold class down there.
When was it?
Students digging a tunnel to their local bar. We had to see this.
And this is where, like I said, this is where they're supposed to have been, building the tunnel, but it's, yeah.
Today, the Cap, as it's known to locals, is a lot like it was back in the day. It's a watering hole that sees students, locals, and even tourists relaxing and drinking in the midst of its history. It's just within an hour's drive of Albuquerque, New Mexico, and well worth the effort to reach. This is history at its finest, so put the Capitol Bar on your bucket list.